Hey, snack warriors, this one's for you. You're busy, driven, pushing limits, and you need fuel that keeps pace. That's where one-way jerky comes in. This isn't mystery meat. It's 100% real beef brisket, slow-smoked in the USA. Tender, flavorful, and packed with protein to keep you going strong. And speaking of strong, here's the one-way jerky flavor lineup. Original, sweet teriyaki, sweet and spicy mango, spicy barbecue, and hot brisket. Those are flavor profiles that range from savory sweet to painfully bold. Right now, your first order ships free, and you can score 10% off with code TENDER. That's real brisket, zero compromise, delivered to your door. Craving that melt-in-your-mouth high-protein snack? It's just one click away. Toddcastjerky.com. That's toddcastjerky.com, and you can get 10% off with code TENDER. When it comes to jerky, there's only one way.
This message is sponsored by Greenlight. With school out, summer is the perfect time to teach our kids real-world money skills they'll use forever. Greenlight is a debit card and the #1 family finance and safety app used by millions of families, helping kids learn how to save, invest, and spend wisely. Parents can send their kids money and track their spending and saving, while kids build money confidence and skills in fun ways. Start your risk-free Greenlight trial today at greenlight.com/Spotify. That's greenlight.com/Spotify.
And now, stop me if you've heard this before on the Toddcast podcast.
You've heard our resident sports loudmouth, Mr. Tequila, as a recurring character on this podcast since we launched on my afternoon show at 99.3 The Fox prior to me getting this podcast for years and years. I would say it's probably about 12 or 15 years at this point. Of course, at the start, it was strictly about sports. The Canucks, the Lions, the Whitecaps, and everybody loved his take, the no-nonsense approach. And somehow, Tequila would beat the local Vancouver sports broadcasters like Taylor, Dollywell, and Patterson. Tequila would often scoop those guys, the guys that you rely on to keep you updated on scoops and stats, predictions, injury reports, whatever. And over the years, Tequila has branched out, and of course, we still talk sports, but literally anything and everything is on the table. And the last time Mr. Tequila was a guest, we talked about the Canucks and their domination last year. Put that in perspective, just how far long ago that he was a guest. Sports jinxes came up. So did Messi and Whitecap soccer. Motley Crue's arbitration with guitarist Mick Mars. We talked about family vacations, police brutality, Vancouver snow days, Canadian school curriculum. See where I'm going with this? And stop me if you've heard this before. Mr. Tequila, again, open to everything and anything. Mr. Tequila talked about politics in Canada and the U.S.
Yeah, I think, okay, so first, Pierre Poilievre, he's a stool pigeon. He might have some good ideas. He was a member of that World Economic Forum, which anybody does any bit of research, those are the guys that really run the world. The World Economic Forum, all these members are leaders of the countries. Like Macron is a member, Trudeau is a member, Biden, all these people are all members of this. So I don't even think voting really dictates anything. I think this shit's been predetermined a long time. Poilievre, he just tries to talk the points that because Trudeau's an absolute moron. Everybody knows this. He shouldn't even have got voted in the last time. What I saw, some of the clips I saw were people throwing shit at the guy coast to coast. There's a lot of hatred for this guy, and he wins. You know what I mean? So,
well, he got my vote the first time because of the weed angle.
Yeah, but again, yeah, that's what he used. But then again, look how long it took for him to implement that. He had to force that through. Otherwise, he was going to be out.
Totally. Right? Otherwise, he wouldn't have got the second vote. Yeah,
he wouldn't have got the second vote. But again, I just think that these guys Trudeau is a fucking moron. In some of those debates, like, I thought, like, even though Jagmeet Singh, I do not like that guy. I thought he hammered Trudeau in a lot of those debates. Like, Trudeau was out of his league. Like, prime ministers aren't supposed to be talking like fucking that. You know what I mean? Like, you should have smart, ready answers. Give me what platform, what you're going to do. I just want to know what you're going to do. I don't give a fuck about what you've done and these attacks on the other party. It's all bullshit. But the American, it's pretty easy to say Trump's going to win again. I think something else is going on there. I think they had to show a bunch of election fraud last time. I think they had to show Americans what it's like to live through this guy. And there's just so much stupidity and political correctness in our world right now. It's a shitty world right now. You say one bloody thing, somebody's offended, and we all got to be offended. It's kind of fucked up these days. You know what I mean?
Stop Me If You've Heard This Before on the Toddcast podcast is powered by the HomeDwell Group. Buying a house? Selling your home? Contact Kyle at homedwell.ca today.
American history is full of infamous tales that continue to captivate audiences decades or even hundreds of years after they happened. On the Infamous America podcast, you'll hear the true stories of the Salem witch trials and the escape attempts from Alcatraz, of bank robbers like John Dillinger and Pretty Boy Floyd, of killers like Lizzie Borden and Charles Starkweather, of mysteries like the Black Dahlia and D.B. Cooper, and of events that inspired movies like Goodfellas, Killers of the Flower Moon, Zodiac, 8 Men Out, and many more. I'm Chris Wimmer. Join me as we crisscross the country from the Miami drug wars and Dixie Mafia in the South, to mobsters in Chicago and New York, to arsonists, kidnappers, and killers in California, to unsolved mysteries in the heartland and in remote corners of Alaska. Every episode features narrative writing and cinematic music, and there are hundreds of episodes available to binge. Find Infamous America wherever you get your podcasts. The Old West is an iconic period of American history and full of legendary figures whose names still resonate today, like Jesse James, Billy the Kid, and Butch and Sundance, Sitting Bull, Crazy Horse, and Geronimo, Wyatt Earp, Bat Masterson, and Bass Reeves, Buffalo Bill Cody, Wild Bill Hickok, the Texas Rangers, and many more. Hear all their stories on the Legends of the Old West podcast. We'll take you to Tombstone, Deadwood, and Dodge City, to the plains, mountains, and deserts for battles between the U.S. Army and Native American warriors, to dark corners for the disaster of the Donner Party, and shining summits for achievements like the Transcontinental Railroad. We'll go back to the earliest days of explorers and mountain men, and head up through notorious Pinkerton agents and gunmen like Tom Horn. Every episode features narrative writing and cinematic music, and there are hundreds of episodes available to binge. I'm Chris Wimmer. Find Legends of the Old West wherever you're listening now.
I'm Amy Nicholson, the film critic for the LA Times.
And I'm Paul Scheer, an actor, writer, and director. You might know me from The League, Veep, or my non-eligible for Academy Award role in Twisters.
We love movies, and we come at them from different perspectives.
Yeah, like Amy thinks that, Joe Pesci was miscast in Goodfellas, and I don't.
He's too old. Let's not forget that Paul thinks that Dune 2 is overrated.
It is.
Anyway, despite this, we come together to host Unspooled, a podcast where we talk about good movies, critical hits,
fan favorites, must-sees, and in case you missed them.
We're talking Parasite to Home Alone.
From Grease to The Dark Knight.
We've done deep dives on popcorn flicks. We've talked about why Independence Day deserves a second look.
And we've talked about horror movies, some that you've never even heard of, like Ganja and Hess.
So if you love movies like we do, come along on our cinematic adventure.
Listen to Unspooled wherever you get your podcasts.
And don't forget to hit the follow button.